Designing your identity. That's what we're talking about today. And somebody's out there wondering, why are we talking about this? Well, I thought that it was important for me to talk about this because each and every one of us has an identity, whether you're aware of it or not, whether you consciously work in it or not. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that I have an identity, you have an identity. Together, we all have an identity. What is identity? I mean, why are we making so much emphasis on identity? And why is it important for me to be conscious of it and design it? Now, these are things that we're not going to finish talking about in a few minutes, but I just wanted to introduce you to the thought, and I would want you to begin to brood over it as we discuss this over a period of time. Now, designing your identity. First of all, I want to talk about what is identity. Now, dictionary has it that identity means the state or fact of remaining the same of one, same one of ones. Let me put it that way, same one of ones. That means there is a 1 in a million of who you are. You're all welcome, right? Okay, so another point is that identity means the condition of being oneself. The condition of discovering who you are and not trying to be someone else. That means you're distinguished, you're unique. You have discovered what makes you unique and different from others. Now, another point is that identity means a sense of, self, providing sameness and continuity in your personality. That means that there has been achieved a level of continuity with who you say you are. Now, that is really interesting because a lot of people don't know that people pay attention to who they are. Somebody meets you for the first time. I mean, we talked about first impressions and how it matters last week, but today, when someone meets you for the first time and they are able to have an overview of who you are in a heartbeat, they come to certain conclusions in the area of your appearance, in the area of behavior, and in the area of communication. So they watch you, how you appear. Okay, what makes you different? Do you look like every other person? Or there's something that is unique about the way you are. That means you stand out. The second thing is that they begin to find out, how do you behave? What do you do? I see you all. What do you do, as in what makes you different from other people? And next, they begin to find out if they can connect, if they can communicate, if they is a place where, a meeting point, so to speak. So in a heartbeat, when people meet you, these are the things that they're looking for. They don't want the regular. Unfortunately, a lot of people want to box themselves into that state where they are comfortable, they're hidden, and nobody sees them, and it's okay to get lost in the crowd. The truth of it, and that's what I'm bringing this way, your way today, is the fact that every single one of us has an identity. An identity is that thing that makes you different, that thing that makes you stand out, that thing that makes you you. And in discovering it, it's very, very important, because when you do not know who you are, you tend to mix with the crowd, you tend to not be in control of your situations or circumstances. You don't know what your beliefs are. You don't know what your qualities are. So anything you see, you just blend with it. You just become part of it. But when you begin to have a sense of identity, you will discover that not everything is for you. You will discover that it's not everywhere that you should find yourself. You would discover a sense of exclusivity. That means that the things that, you associate yourself with, you have decided consciously and deliberately and intentionally decided to associate yourself with those things because they connect with the person that you are. Now, we're just laying the foundation because this is a discussion that we're going to have for a period in time. And these is very, very important because a lot of people struggle. A lot of people struggle. They struggle with a sense of identity. They struggle with who they are because they don't know who they are. Most of the time they find themselves in the wrong company, or they find themselves in the wrong association. And these are the things that, they know that something's not right. But they don't know how to be able to deal with it because they have not come to they've not come to a state of congruence with who they are and what they can likely attract to themselves. So what am I saying today? I'm saying that it's important for you to begin to think about who you are. Now that sounds like something that a lot of people know. I mean, they talk about themselves, and they talk about themselves with relation to their jobs. They talk about themselves with relation to the things that they've acquired in life. They talk about themselves in relation to the ties or their connections. They talk about themselves in relation to who they know, who they don't know. They talk about themselves in relation to family or to the fact that they have kids, things like that. It's not that those things are bad, not at all, but there's a question I usually ask people, and I say, for example, take away that you're the minister, or you're the CEO of a company. Take away the fact that you manage a team. Take away the fact that you have a husband or a wife. Take away the fact that you've got kids. Take away the fact that you have a degree or you have degrees. You are a PhD holder. You command billions of dollars and, all kinds of currencies. Take away all of those things. When you peel an orange and you remove the back, peel off the back, what's going to be left? What's going to remain? Who are you? Away from your family, away from your children, away from your relationships, away from your career, away from your accomplishments and your achievements in life. Who are you? That's what identity is all about. It's about discovering who you want people to see, who you want to project wherever you are, at whatever time it is. You are the same person every single place, everywhere, anywhere, at whatever time it is. And a lot of people haven't mastered the art of maintaining their sense of identity because they don't even know where to start. So that's why we're starting this journey together. We're starting it because it is going to help you to begin to be comfortable with who you are. A lot of times I find people just, wanting to be someone else. Oh, I like this person. What do you love about that person? Oh, they've got confidence. They are so put together. Those are the qualities. If those qualities were added to you, for example, Does that define you? Does that make you you? Is a question. And the next thing, they're thinking of something else that they want to acquire, they want to add on. The thing is that these are not the things that make you who you are. The thing that makes you who you are is you discovering it from within. Every other thing can be put in, can be added on, but it starts from within. Who are you from inside? Who are you from inside? Who are you when no one is looking, for example? Who are you when all the people, the accolades and the achievements are all gone? Who are you? Now, it's something that you're going to think about, and we are going to work together to begin to design. Because in designing your identity, people now know that this is who you are. People now know that these are the qualities that make you you. People now know that this is what your personality stands for. People begin to understand that these are the belief systems that have shaped the person that you have become. People will begin to distinguish you, and you will begin to become distinct amongst people. Some of the people that we admire today, names, I don't want to call any names, but there's so many people out there, that people that are people of inspiration for a lot of people. So they say, oh, this person inspires me to be this and that, because they're courageous, they know themselves, they know how to conduct and confidently express themselves. And these are qualities that people are looking to. But the truth of it is that those people at some point took the conscious decision, deliberate and intentional decision to find themselves, find out what they stand for, find out what they believe in, which consistently they brought to the fore. And they also got to that place where people didn't understand them. People couldn't identify with them. People couldn't relate with them because they couldn't understand, what made you you. I can imagine when Thomas Edison was talking about the light bulb and trying to figure out that this thing is possible, and people were looking at him and saying, you know what, you are so crazy right now. This is not possible. But that was an identity, something that he knew. This was part of who I am. This is what makes me me. Going for the unknown, discovering the unknown and making it known. And even though it wasn't a popular path to cross or to tread upon, he chose, irrespective of the discouragement, irrespective of the insults and everything that came with it, he decided that this was worth seeing to the very end. So people who design their identity, who know or who have come to an understanding of who they are and are consciously working in that regard, tend to be isolated, tend to be ostracized, or people don't want to deal with them because people don't understand who they are. So what am I leaving you with today? I'm leaving you with the fact that you have an identity that you need to discover, design, and develop. Discover, design, and develop. Well, now we're going to go through how we're going to achieve that, but we have to discover it. And then we're going to talk about how we would know when we've discovered our identity. It's a journey. And like they say, the journey of 1,000 years starts with the step we take today. So you are going to take time out to ask yourself a few questions. So here are a few questions that I want you to ask yourself. First of all, who are you? Don't tell me that I'm a mother of 4 kids, or I have a husband, I'm a family woman. No, I don't want to hear any of that, because that's not what you are about. There's so much more to you than all of that. So what I want to see as you discover who you are is the fact that you have qualities. What are the things that you love? What are the things that the qualities that you admire or you see yourself coming to achieve in life? What are your beliefs? What do you believe in? What are your strong points? What are the things that you hold strongly as what you believe in? What are the unique things about you? What do people say about you, who you are? Are you a thinker? Do you love, numbers? That is an amazing thing about you. Some people may not see that as anything, but as little as that can make you a different person. That means that, if things are not tied to numbers or statistics, it's not your area of strength. It's not something that you are naturally endeared to. But anything that has to do with numbers, anything that has to do with statistics and data, you're at 150%. That is what makes you different and unique. Are you artistic? Do you see art in everything? That is something that's different. Is it what is that thing that makes you different? For a long time, I found I had problem trying to determine who I was, because most of the time, I just didn't feel comfortable around people, and I would just hide in between a book, if I was traveling or, I was at a party somewhere, I'll just, pick a book and I'm reading and I'm buried in there because I didn't know who I was. But when I found out that I have a voice, that I am a person who wants to connect with people, that I am a person of detail, I am so detailed, I love to see things done to perfection. I love excellence. And I can't bring down who I am because someone else doesn't feel comfortable about that. I am comfortable in the fact that this is who I am. I'm a woman of soul. I'm a woman of heart, of class and spirit. So when I show up, I come with my excellence. I come with panache. I come with, my extraordinary highlight. That is who makes me, that is who I am. That's what makes me unique and different. I can't come and do things like every other person because I'm not every other person. And that's what I want you to discover too. When you design your identity, you will begin to consciously show up in that regard everywhere, irrespective of who is not comfortable with your person, with your essence, with you as a distinct and unique individual. And like the quote that said, what is our deepest fear? Miriam Williamson coined it very well when she repeated that over and over, and she said, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure, beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And we ask ourselves, who am I to be this gorgeous and talented and unique individual? But who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world at all. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that others might feel comfortable around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. And as we let our light shine, we automatically give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fears, our presence automatically liberates others.